Welcome, Cancer. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your new moon in Libra reading. The new moon will occur on the 14th of October, coupled with a solar eclipse, the Ring of Fire, which is going to basically amplify the energy into the surrounding week. So we've undoubtedly already been feeling the influence of this new moon even after the past full moon in Aries, really putting an emphasis on relationships. I've laid out the past, the present, and the possibilities row. And I might be developing an extended reading from this. I'm shifting from automatically doing them and sensing whether an extended reading is appropriate or not. So if you enjoy this reading, Cancer, please like this video. You can share it with someone who you think might find it useful. You can also comment in the section below. I appreciate your comments. They're feedback for me, and I love being appreciated. If that's the case, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I know that there are many of you that are watching me that are subscribed, and I deeply appreciate all your support. So let's get going with your overall energy, Cancer, the Knight of Wands. This has been popular. The Knight of Wands is about your moving forward, looking for the inspiration that will motivate you to make the changes that you want to make. You may be full of passion. You may be full of the desire to grow beyond the box that you feel yourself currently limited to. This can be about being inspired by something you've seen or an event that is changing your life. In whatever way it is, you are coming across as enthusiastic and fired up, perhaps a wee bit impulsive. In the past, we have the Wheel of Fortune, the King of Cups, and the Lovers. So something has changed in your significant relationship. For those of you that are not in a relationship, this can be opportunities at your work or job, but you're making choices that have been triggered by a change in your circumstances. And through this, you are coming to a greater sense of acceptance, surrender to the circumstances, and overall compassion for yourself and others involved. So this is you having overcome many difficulties, perhaps weathering a time where someone has survived a major illness or perhaps not survived, is struggling with their health or their longevity or their livelihood in a way that has impacted you dramatically and has led you to the necessity to make some hard choices. This is, in many ways, you're releasing the need to control this situation. You're accepting your role as caretaker, but you are detaching yourself somewhat in order to make the appropriate changes. You're capable of seeing this situation from a higher viewpoint. You're opening up your perspective to consider what others would want, may want. In some cases, despite their words, despite their expressed intentions, you feel yourself in a position to make calls that may appear to go against what others have asked for, but what you know and feel intuitively is for the best. And this is a pretty burdensome situation that some of you are finding yourselves in. But you are seeing it as a natural evolution of divine intervention. You are not fighting this. You can even be seeing this as the natural evolution of life energies or life forces. so that you are not resisting this. You're recognizing that your long-term best interest goes beyond this particular situation. The changes that are occurring to your life are going to be long-lasting as a result of this change. In the present, you have the Nine of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. Wow. And my sense is that you're in command of a lot of resources. Many of them, most of them are yours to command. And I get a sense that they're from your chief income is from a couple of different resources. Some that has been bestowed upon you through partners, relatives. Others are the result of work that you have, what you have gained through your own efforts and work, so that you are in this beautiful place of independence. Obviously, this independence is largely economic, which supplies the safety, the protection that you need in going through this process and in living on the other side of it. But you're also in a position of needing to make judgments, to sign contracts, possibly to have difficult conversations, to arrange the legality of the benefits or the best way forward. You're working officially as well as managing all the day-to-day resources of this change that you have experienced. Because you are independent, you are well aware of your discrete and independent nature in enjoying the resources that you have gathered around you, that you have put away, that form your foundation of your security. But you are in a position to invest. You're aware that there is an excess of resources or means that you can put towards something that has significant meaning for you and others, and that also allows you to generate more abundance. Whatever that opportunity is, it's something that you are consulting others around. However, you're making the decision yourself, and you're open to a lot of unsolicited advice that you're receiving because of the situation, but you know what is in your own long-term best interest, and that's what's guiding you at this point. You're looking for support in moving on to something new, building something new for yourself. In the future, or the possibilities, the King of Swords and the Five of Swords, the Moon card. We have a king and a queen here of swords, and that really is speaking to me in this particular reading about your ability to think through a significant relationship, to articulate your needs, to put your passion and your emotions aside in completing significant and important contracts that are going to cement not only your present resources, your present comfort and security, your stability, but also ways in which you are thinking forward about how to invest the excess of what you have. You're putting thought into that, although it is murky and it feels very contentious. It feels to me as though in the scenario that is coming to me, and this may not be relevant to all of you, certainly I hope that you can adjust, find the value in what I'm saying that fits your own unique circumstances. But you are in a group of some are supporters, many are envious of the position you're in. And they may be surprised at not only your ability to manage the situation, but of your very unique way that you are following your own, asserting your own needs, inserting your own intentions, being imaginative about the possible way that you could utilize resources that have come to you in part through others. And there's a desire on your part to honor the wishes of others. There's a lot of people that are contentious about what you should do and the way you should do it. But these are pretty much old ties, old relationships that have rarely viewed you as being empowered, have viewed you more as somehow deficient or unable to mount or to be adequate, a sense of inadequacy about your capacity to manage these resources. For you, you are more empowered to, or feeling more desirous, inspired to explore realms that have been inaccessible to you perhaps in the past. Perhaps the loss of a particular relationship or particular resources has moved you into a greater reliance on the support that you do have. And certainly in view of a contentious group or associates, family members who are vying for your attention, giving you advice about what to do, this is an opportunity for you to escape some of that negative debate, argument, criticism, judgment that you feel coming from others, and rely instead on the allies that you know exist for you. Many of them exist at a distance. They may exist in your unconscious. You may be using your dream life or your sleep time to ask for help or support, meditate, pray, journal, track your dreams in a way that allows you to experience other kinds of advisement that you feel supports you, knows you, wants what's best for you, or is celebrating what you have done. Not simply what you would like to do, but what you have accomplished and have achieved in a way that is all loving, that sees the whole you. And that is part of this general interest in mysterious unknown realms, at least from the view of those that want to direct or have input into the way that you manage these resources and potentially the way that you move forward. I'm going to clarify the Nine of Pentacles with the Page of Swords and the Ace of Cups. So you're anxious to get some new information, and that may be a way that you're using some of your resources to put some feelers out there, to explore new communities, new experiences, opening up to challenging some of the beliefs that you have held in concert with a significant partner or with a certain professional track that you have been committed to. And you're in a position now not only to be open up to new ideas, to explore new beliefs, to find that information that you want, but what is supporting one of your most natural spiritual talents, and that is this ability to self-heal. And it's interesting, what's coming to me is the ability to self-heal, to give yourself love, in many cases over and against those that have found you less than lovable, less than deserving or worthy of the kind of resources or control or power that you now are experiencing. And so there's a kind of validation of your realization that many who have found fault with you, criticized you, not seeing you as worthy, are now clamoring for your attention, your power, wanting to follow your efforts in investigating new opportunities for yourself. I'm going to also pull Language of the Flowers Oracle for the Nine of Pentacles card to get a little more insight. I pulled the Heart's Ease, and the key word is compassion. Tread a little more tenderly. And certainly when I think of the possible scenarios of past colleagues, family members, old friends, those particularly who have been critical, who have not been as supportive or helpful as you would have liked, your ability, your beautiful ability to be compassionate, despite the need for a clear head and for you to put your feelings aside in many of the decisions and the direction that you want to take, the information you need to gather, perhaps the contracts you need to review. I believe that there is a part of you that is calling to not return like with like, to not sink to the level. All those aphorisms come to mind. But your tenderness is legion, and those who you may have difficulty being compassionate with or for are those most in need of your understanding and acceptance. And that doesn't mean an embrace or an outer display of affection by any means. But I think you know what I mean, Cancer. I'm going to clarify this with a Soul's Journey card. And what has come up is change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. I'm feeling pretty strongly about this reading being pretty clear. I am not going to do an extended reading, and feel free to drop a comment in the comment box about questions you may have or any resonance you may have experienced during this reading. I do want the extendeds to be helpful, not to just be more talk. So I thank you so much for this reading, Cancer. Until next time, namaste.